My name is Krieger, and I'm from Greenbrier, Tennessee. I had gone to Bible school. I was a graduate. I graduated in 1996, and I had my own mental ideas of what ministry was, and it was very secular in nature as far as, well, you work this and you get promoted, and it's, very secular business ways, and not having a lot of clue about how God really did things. And so along with that, by 2012, I was just really burnt out. I'd hit rock bottom personally as a believer. And by that time, there was just addictions just run amok. People say I'm struggling with certain addictions. There's no struggle if it's just steamrolling you every day of your life. And that's where I was at, and I was just miserable. And so in this misery, and which is sad that you have a Christian who's miserable, I knew the Southwest Believers Convention was coming up. It was just in my thoughts every day that I needed to watch it. And as the time drew closer to the meeting, my life depended on watching every service. Like, I couldn't miss one. All I heard all week long was, "The just shall live by faith." And I had had friends who had committed to live by faith, and I'd watched them just go through one hard time after another. Why would I want to do that? I can be miserable on my own. I don't need that help. So as the week went on, and 5 services a day, and that immersion that Brother Copeland talks about, a lot of those arguments just seemed to melt away. The clincher, or the tipping point, if you will, came Saturday morning after healing school, and I was done. And I just turned Miss Gloria off. They were getting into the testimonies, but I couldn't wait any longer. I sat down on the couch and I was out of gas. And I just realized that I said, okay, all these other people may have horror stories, or what looked to me about horror stories about living by faith, but that's them. And this is between me and God. And I said, I decide to live by faith all the days of my life. I said, both the life that now is and the life that's to come, I'm going to live by faith. And I said, and I have no idea how to do that. But you do know how. And even declaring it out loud was just such a relief. I said, okay, so here we go. And I just sat back on the couch and just waited for whatever was next. But what was next was I went from a consuming misery and disappointment, and was just, all that was replaced immediately by, I was just so happy. And I'm happy. I remember saying it out loud, I'm happy. Am I happy? No, I'm really happy. I just was so happy to read the Bible and open it up, like, wow, I can understand it again. This is great. But all of this was enabled by all the resources and the streaming internet and all the HD stuff that was available through KCM. I was so thankful, still to this day even more, that partners got together so that I could sit in Austin and have my life get turned around right for God instead of against it, and happy instead of miserable, because I could watch streaming video that partners paid for, and I could watch it through a TV truck that partners paid for, through a venue that partners paid for. And I am so thankful to every partner who ever contributed, starting in 1967, to help the man of God be able to speak, and me to be in a position, at that time, 45 years later, to be able to hear it free of charge. And I am so grateful for not just Brother Copeland, but Brother Copeland and his partners, who together, because he couldn't have done this on his own, and they couldn't do it without him, but together, they helped change my life. And I'm so grateful that now, as a partner, I can get in on that and help other people to get unstuck, to not be miserable, to not feel like their life is a failure. They can turn it around right now. And I'm just so thankful to be a partner after having the partners help take care of me.